Oh snap! Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube? It's JBS.
Everybody. Back again. I kind of like this couch better.
What? You like this couch better?
Other than the floral pattern.
So
I
just
like the size of it.
just so y'all know, currently in Washington, North Carolina, my hometown. This is my parents' house. We just came back, as you can see, from a Florida trip. We just recorded a non-spoiler review for Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. So if you haven't seen it, don't watch any further because we're about to go into full spoilers as much as possible, as much as we can comprehend and realize. What you hear in the background is one of the fans because it's really hot in here. But we're doing this for y'all. We wanted to go in like, you know what? We got one review we can at least go ahead and post up without doing anything more. But hopefully you enjoy it. But if you have not seen the movie, do not watch anything further. So, Rogue Nation. The joint is crazy because there's this syndicate that is basically these rogue operatives of people that are supposed to be dead from all across the world. And basically they're doing what MI or the Mission Impossible group's team has been doing, but backwards. Like they work for the terrorists. They go and do all these different catastrophic things without being infiltrated or known about, just to cause chaos, just to cause their own means of infiltration to divert money or shift gears. And there is somebody at the epicenter of it. It's played by Sean Harris's character. And to be quite honest with you, like his character is actually legit. Like he's actually a really good villain. Like he has this eerie kind of feeling about him. When he gets in contact with Rebecca Ferguson's character, Issa, when Issa first drops off to start with, like I was like, she is a really cool character. I really compared her instantly to Tom Cruise because I think that Tom was being, he got abducted in the beginning of the whole movie. Something had happened. And he went to this one location to go and pick up his normal mission like he normally would. And it was in his record store. And the science in this is so cool. Like the tech, the gears, they do so many different awesome things. Like there was like this record player. And the record player actually had like an audio recording that backtracked something. As soon as the record put up, it showed the visual for something. And it started playing like a normal mission would. And then somebody else's voice comes up. It's like, yeah, you've been infiltrated. You have been compromised. We are Rogue Nation. We know who you are. Now we have you. And he just like, he puts him in a situation like he's stuck in his booth. And the girl he was just talking to just said like, man, you're the legend. Like you're Ethan Hunt, all this and that. He puts a gun to her head. And I was like, man, this feels like the rabbit's foot situation all over again. Like him, like freaking Philip Seymour Hoffman, like putting a gun to his wife's head. And I could tell all over his face. I was like, man, he's about to kill her. And he's gonna make him watch. And sure enough, he shot her, gassed him, and that's how he ended up being captured. But I was like, why didn't he just kill him right then and there? Then, like, you find out they're gonna torture him for information. Like some dude named the Bone Collector or the Bone Dude or something like that. He got all these hacksaws and just sitting there grinding and doing all this kind of stuff. But to me, in the beginning though, Joe, I thought they were gonna recruit him for the Rogue Nation. Because she had said, you're just jealous because you think that they're going to recruit him for it. And I don't know, that never played out. That never panned out to me in the way that it could. It might have been because he got away. It might have been because, I don't know, like that he got underneath that guy's skin. Because when she helped him get out, that was some good fighting. That was some awesome stuff. But then she diverged back because she was like, I still have to stay under. And then he barely made it out, sitting there bleeding to death. And at the same exact time, Jerry Mendel's character is talking with Alec Baldwin. And while this is all happening, their whole organization is dissolving. Like this is basically being voted out. And so like Tom Cruise's character is just left out bleeding. And then after the next 6 months, like he's just been trying his best to try to infiltrate this guy. And I thought that whole premise was just so tight. Like I loved how they allow time to progress of like what is he really doing, like being away from his group, his crew, and how is the CIA, they were the ones that basically shut them down. They've now taken over everybody that worked underneath the group, including Simon Pegg's character and Jeremy Renner's character. I really appreciated that. I thought it was really cool. So what did you think about it, Joe?
I really enjoyed the movie, Sam. I thought it was phenomenal.
Can you taste the sarcasm?
No, seriously. No, for real. Like I really thought it was a phenomenal movie. Like, I like two things from the jump that I want to point out. When Ethan did get kidnapped, and on the keychain of the key to his handcuffs was a white rabbit's foot. So I was like, okay, so I see them making that connection with the earlier one. And not only that, but one thing I thought was really sweet was how they had that motorcycle chase towards the end, similar to the same motorcycle chase they had in, I believe it was this first one or the second one?
Wait, which one? Oh, the second one.
The second one, yeah. Cause he had that same, you know what I'm saying, that he had like his shirt, and it was like, you know, kind of like a button down. It was like flying, and it was like no helmet with the sunglasses.
Yes.
It was classic. Classic Tom Cruise.
So it's playing homage to all of them technically then. If that's the case.
Yeah, man.
Because even when he went to that water sequence where he had no oxygen, they had 3 minutes. He had to hold his breath. And then, like, he had no way to get out. Like, and I was like, dude, he's gonna die. Like, I mean, I'm sitting there watching this man, like, lose breath. But then, like, if he didn't get the key, because when he got hit, basically, he had to go and plunge face deep into this turbine that was turning to get to an access point to put a key in while underwater. But he couldn't use an oxygen tank to do it. And he had to do it completely with just his lung capacity. And I mean, the human lung capacity, I think it's only the highest one is 6 minutes somebody lasted. That's just based off of years of training. I think normal people, they can max out at like 2.5, maybe 3, possibly. So their lungs collapse.
Yeah, he had 3.
And like Simon Penn's character is like, yeah, you got it, he's good. And like he gets hit with something while this is going on underwater. And I'm like, how is he supposed to even catch these things? And then the turbine starts going quicker. And I'm like, he's going over 3 minutes. He's about to be 4.5 minutes in, at least. And so he gets to the thing, and he starts to try to pull it. And I'm like, oh, snap, he's about to die. And old girl, she came in like a clutch. I was like, that's my girl, Issa, you know? And she saves him. But like, as soon as like, it went and fast forwarded back, like it was like a defibrillator. I was like, this is a nudge to the third one. When his wife had to resuscitate his heart. You remember when he was like, look, these are the paddles, make sure, like, bring me back. And she's like, what? And, you know, and then, like, I think he had to do that to get that surge out of his head. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that was a nod to that. And I was like, oh, snap. But, go ahead, keep going, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I liked also, well, I see this pattern, not a pattern, but like with the last Mission Impossible, they had it to where the MI6 was like they shut it down, am I not correct? Which other one did they shut down MI6? There was on their own.
Ghost Protocol.
Yeah, so it's like, so, and then this one, it was like, they kind of like shut it down again, which I was fine with. I was probably fine with, but I was just like, okay, so I think it's cool that they're actually like, you know, dependent on, you know, their circle of agents, throughout these movies, so I like that fact too, and you definitely, that Asian girl, from the last one, she's not. Did she die? No, she got shot in the last one, didn't she? The Asian girl.
I don't think she died.
I think she got shot though.
She got shot. She didn't die.
But she wasn't in this one. But everybody else in the whole one is in it. Which I mean, was pretty straight. Wait a second.
Wait, she wasn't Asian. You talking
was
about Paula
Asian.
Patton? Paula Patton is mixed. But yeah. Nah, real talk though. It was a really good movie. They had a lot of different things in it with elements of espionage, especially with Alec Baldwin's character being on the grind against IMF and basically trying to disintegrate it. And like Jeremy Renner's character feeling as though he's being compromising to his team, but at the same exact time, like he wants to protect his team. I thought that all played out really well. But if that Alec Baldwin portion hadn't been pushed into it, as well as the Ilsa, which is part of the British intelligence part, I think that it wouldn't have felt like a real different kind of movie. I felt like it would have been the same kind of chemistry thing. I think because of adding them into it, and then adding like a villain that's actually worth like looking at, because like this dude, like the group that he had, they were a squad. Like these dudes, like when Ethan went up against one of them, like he was kind of like going hand to hand with this dude, had him in the chokeholds faster, quicker. I was like noticing that the camera was like, man, how's this dude moving this fast? You know, I was like, Ethan, he's pretty spry still, but this guy, he was just on the move, and his team was just on fleek like that. And it was just really interesting that the IMF team got pushed back together in order to do this, but they wouldn't have done it on their own if it hadn't have been all this pressure that was put against them and Ethan. I don't feel like they would have just gotten together. I feel like they would have kind of like tried to deal with it on their own. But having like Simon Pegg and Ben Rames and Renner, and even like the new addition with Rebecca Ferguson there, I felt like it added more weight to like, man, this is a real serious squad, you know. And I think that now Alec Baldwin towards the end, like he was left with a compromised situation. Like he's like, look, now I understand that there is a syndicate, because he was fully believing and saying, and it kind of had me going like, this syndicate, this whole idea of a syndicate is all part of fabrication that Ethan Hunt had brought up. And that in and of itself was like, man, like anybody put under that long and stuff that he's gone through, I could see that being a possibility of him kind of going rogue, you know. And so it had me kind of thinking for a while, but I knew when he saw that guy the first time, I was like, that's not a figure of his imagination. That girl didn't just die for no good reason. So, but yeah, I thought it was really good too. Anything else you can pick out from the spoiler-wise?
Nah, bro.
It was awesome sauce. We both gave it B+ ratings, if not A-. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Joe gave it a 9 out of 10?
Yeah,
8 out of 10. So really enjoyed it. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well.
It's a good one. It's a good movie.
Definitely leave us comments on what y'all thought about it. What was the strongest points? What were the parts you felt that were lacking? Definitely leave a like if you enjoyed our spoiler review of this whole entire section. We are coming back to DC, to DMV. So we'll be back, y'all. We haven't forgotten about y'all. Thanks everybody for watching. This is JBS. Definitely leave a like below if you like this. Keep subscribing. Y'all are amazing. Stay blessed. Stay positive. Stay motivated. Keep pushing. Nah, that's mystic. That joke's straight. We ain't about that life. Nah, I'm just playing. Y'all take care. Have a blessed one. Deuces.